So what are we doing? 40k an hour. Yeah, wow. The suspension's just amazing. If you go like this, it just instantly responds. Just goes, ah, ah. Not a loose corner, I reckon, yeah, you'd be sideways, have a bit of fun or fall over, one of the two, but well, here we have it, the new machine, the new adventure machine. I've literally ridden it probably 20 kilometres, probably not even that. Put a bit of petrol in it, went out the jail for a quick look and then come back. So today we're going to put good 100 k's or so on it. Head from there, you probably see in the background, over the top of Yarrahapney Mountain, go up the lookout, just do a typical adventure ride. And just get a feel for this thing. But my 15-20k ride so far, it's pretty well just been road, has been impressive. All right, we'll go for a run and we'll have a talk as we go. But without even going anywhere exciting, this is one good looking machine. All right, get the old gloves on. We have the perfect weather. So let's go exploring. Got some tools, bare essentials, tube, bits and pieces, and yeah, and desire. Woo. All right, first mud puddle. So pretty well first up, we have plenty of torque. So this bike is by no means standard, or stock. So I'll go through the list of the stuff on it, but so we're in 4th gear, 60k an hour, just purring along. So part of this actual loop ride I've got incorporates being on the highway, so well, at least one of the major back roads where I can actually sit on 100 and get into that magical 6th gear I haven't felt for many years. So yeah, so that'll be a good opportunity to see what it feels like at 100. Beautiful. So cruising around 50k an hour, well 48. Going past the overpriced fuel. It's 3rd gear and just purring. Well, I think it's 3rd, 4th, 5th. Okay, make that 4th gear. There's 3rd, 4th. Yeah, so 4th gear, totally just purring along without lugging, which is great because mate, fuel economy, engine life, just everything's all good about cruising. But if you want to be a hoon, which I am occasionally, yeah, this certainly has that potential. We'll get in the bush and we'll find out, eh? But yeah, 50k an hour, 4th gear, what a happy rev. So we're doing 80k an hour. Hang on, we'll get there. Yeah, 80k an hour, 6th gear. Doesn't feel like it's lugging. We'll try fifth. Yeah, fifth feels like it wants to go to sixth. That's better. Yeah, I'm not sure of the gearing. I will find out what the gearing is on this. Whether it's stock, I don't know, but 80k an hour, 6th gear is just that nice sort of purring rev that you want for longevity and whatever else. And fuel economy. It's literally just brrrr. So we're coming up to a road that can sit on 100 legally, so let's sit on 100. Part of my thoughts are, yeah, one is, what's the rev at 100? Obviously I haven't got a tacho, but you can feel it. And just to see if this ARX tower provides any sort of wind protection. So we're doing 70. That was 4th, this is 5th. 4th, 5th, now being 6th. Alright. Okay, 100k an hour, we'll get out of this corner. Straighten up a bit. Well, that tower, I can feel a little bit of wind now. There. So at the very top of my head. As for the revs, I don't know the gearing, but it's to me it's working a little bit. So 90 is beautiful. So yeah, probably needs a different sprocket at the front, I reckon. Bit of a highway run coming up. Give this ARX fairing another shot on the old highway. He's off camber, look at him, this roundabout's totally off camber. I think we could be able to join up the highway speed pretty easy. Alright, 106. Now join this rat race. Sitting on 100. So, fairing great. No wind at all here, eh? Absolutely none. Wind noise through this shitty helmet, loud. But the fairing, yeah, amazing. Yeah, so one thing to remind yourself, or just remember, light bikes doing 100k an hour tend to get like pushed around a bit. They just don't have the mass to pin themselves to the road. So this bike's 130 kilos, so probably 20 kilos lighter than the DRZ. So yeah, you've got that floaty sort of feeling about it. My least favourite environment, and I'm about to head into my favourite. Yeah, if you watch my videos, you know what I like doing. I like cruising around exploring, right? Sitting on 100 on a highway is just horrible. It wouldn't matter what I was on, I just hate it. Hate the pressure of other cars trying to push you along, and I don't know, I guess it's just the mad rush. That's, I don't know, people going to work, whatever they're doing. Yeah, it's a very unrelaxing environment. So anyone in this region, I will put a ride map in like I do with most videos. And if you want to just follow this loop, just because it's nice, Yeah, chuck it on Google Maps, send it to your phone, and yeah, just enjoy a day out. Alright, we found dirt. Loose gravel straight away. So I'm running Motol's Rail Z tyres front and back, which I've had before on a CRF rally, the 300 I had, so I know the tyres, but I've still got to get used to them. So standing up, yeah, totally comfortable. Tank's a little bit slippery, trying to grab hold of it with my knees, but it's this high, it's beautiful. And I'm 5'11". Yeah, this gearbox is very smooth, very solid feeling. I remember when I had the CRF rally, occasionally, I mean, the gearbox just felt, I don't know, it just didn't feel as solid and chunky as this. I don't know how to word it. Yeah, but the DRZ gearbox just feels similar to that in the sense of simple, overbuilt, and tough, which is very reassuring. Woohoo! So we'll head up to the top of the lookout. It's only a couple of k's up here. And we'll check out the world and have a bit of a yarn. Oh, this thing wants to go. I'm only just cruising on that throttle. As long as there's no kangaroos. What are we doing? 70. You can definitely feel the dirt bike pedigree. So essentially this is a detuned race bike, so yeah, it comes from a thoroughbred, can't even talk, thoroughbred background. But yeah, its background's pure, I want to go. Oh, look at that. Man, this is my environment, and it gets better, I know. Beautiful, just about at the top. Ooh, yeah. Damn. Yeah, what an awesome view. Perfect view looking back at Southwest Rocks. And what a fun machine to get up here. Damn. There's some tough lighting. Alright, first sort of 40 k's over and done to get to this amazing lookout. And what a beast. It's damn. Got to watch being, what do they call it, whiskey throttled. Like if you just got a, if you go like this, it just instantly responds. Just goes, and on a loose corner, I reckon, yeah, you'd be sideways, have a bit of fun or fall over, one of the two. But yeah, power to burn. So this has had the ECU done. It's got the Vortex ECU. So yeah, nothing about this bike is going to feel like one out of the shop. Yeah, I'll sort of touch on it, but there's probably a few different things to do. Like a few things to do straight away if you bought these bikes as an adventure bike, and that would be, well, first thing is the seat. This seat's awesome. This is a proper seat, sergeant's seat. but the stock seat that was on it, I've got it at home, is yeah, we'll see this. This bit is actually a little bit softer. So the stock seat is basically horrendous. Like, to be fair, it's a motocross background. The seat, you're not meant to be sitting on it, meant to be a hoon, standing up. But if you're in an adventure frame of mind like we all are, it's yeah, it's got to go. So first thing to go would be the seat, I reckon, and get a proper seat. This seat is amazing. This is the Comfort Extra Large Sergeants. And then next thing to go is that the original fuel tank, because I think they're like 8 litres, maybe a bit more. But this is a 20 litre Nomad. So the economy on these bikes is supposed to be around 20 to 23 kilometres per litre. So a 23 litre tank should, 20 litre tank should be 400 k's easy. I guess it's full now. But yeah. And what else? So you get rid of the seat, you change the tank to unlock the bike's performance, you know, which I guess we all sort of want to do. I have 450 that's 20. I think stock, the RL is 27 horsepower, the way they heavily detune it. And also, obviously, the emissions standards in Australia are pretty tight, so they're heavily restricted, but which leads to, it's obviously usable like that, like it's, you know, still got all the great suspension and everything, but yeah, it's sort of unleash the beast would be, you know, putting a ECU in them. This one's got a Vortex. I can't speak for the others. I know there's more expensive models. Whether they're any better or not, I don't know. But this is unleashed, you know, its true potential. And another thing that helps release that is a different exhaust, like an aftermarket exhaust. I would say, I could be wrong, but I don't know if you should even go the full whole header system and everything. Maybe just change the tailpipe. Just by changing the tailpipe at the end section, you probably save 3 kilos straight away. So there, I think it was 132 kilos with fuel and oils. So yeah, you rip off that 10-pound muffler and yeah, put on something weighing about 2 kilos, 4 pound, 4.5 pound. You've already saved yourself, you know, a few kilos. So whether that's essential, I don't know, it's up to you. The bike will breathe easier and sound better. So we have the ARX Rally Tower. Thankfully, all this stuff was on it when I got it because everything is expensive. But this thing, I don't know what the lights are like, but high beam's pretty full on in the shed. Haven't used it in the real world, but apparently the lights are really good. I think one bloke described them as the ability to fry a wombat, so it's a little bit harsh a term, but I guess he's saying they're nice and bright. But yeah, this, considering the height of it, actually, yeah, mate, sit on 100, just took all the wind out. Much better than the fairing I had on the DRZ. It doesn't look like it'll do anything, but it does. It just does. So yeah, they come standard with the Showa suspension. This one's been, you know, tinkered up to suit the last dude who was a 100 kilo sort of rider. I'm 83, so it's a little bit firm, but I got in there and fully adjustable. I just let them back 3 clicks to soft either side, and it's just taken out some of the firmness. And same with the rear spring. I think this is a stock rear spring, and I wound that back, I don't know, 5 or 10 mil, just to take out some of the firmness. So it was pretty well cranked up. I don't know, it's a bit dirty, but yeah, it's just cranked up, so I sort of wound it back, probably 8 mil, I reckon. And it's just given it some bounce in the back, which is good because it didn't have any. So the detail of all these little things on here, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's just this bike's been personalised to this. For example, steering dampener, you know, I've never had one. Maybe, yeah, maybe it'll make a difference on the beach. Don't know. Double tape mirrors. Yep, tight terrain. I can see the logic. Fold them in, but just the view. The view in the mirrors is good. They don't vibrate and carry on. So yeah, other things like heated grips. I haven't even turned them on, but it's got, where are they? There's a little mechanism for it. It's got Kamini heated grips. Yeah, so obviously on and off for the heated grips. I mean, do you need heated grips in Australia, you know? Oh, B&B rack, which is obviously one of the best made in Australia. I like an Australian made thing. Just, you know, put my bags on it. Got my Nomad bags, which fit perfectly on it. Yeah, so old mate who's got this bike, who I bought it off, changed the entire wheels. Like these are the SMP or the SM Pro, whatever, the Platinum series, but look at the spokes. They're like 10 pegs. So this whole hub apparently has cush drive in it. A proper cush drive in there. See, I don't know any different, but it just feels smooth and good to me. So yeah, he's changed out the hubs. Sorry, changed out the wheels entirely. So I've got the spare set at home, but all the bling or fruit, whatever you want to call it, is, I don't think you need it. But definitely a seat, more fuel, ECU to make it go harder. And that's certainly a good start. But yeah, what a view. Awesome. Yeah, I thought that runs through my head as I just putt around in my traditional adventure exploring sort of style. Do you need my question would be, and it's one I ask myself, is do you need a bike, a high performance bike like this? You know, do you need this much power? Do you need suspension this good? Do you need everything that, you know, latest and greatest? And the answer is definitely no. You know, the last few bikes I've had been as old school as they get. Go back to the 650 DR. We're talking air cooled. That's one step above steam, you know. It's a pretty primitive old machine, but bloody awesome. I think I put 50,000 Ks on that. Going back to this bike and performance and whatever, it's all the fancy stuff. I guess the basic answer to that is, like, why not have it all? Why not? Mate, you pretty well only live once, so they tell me. So why not have something that's bloody amazing to ride, looks good, all the power you want, yeah, if you need it. Like, most of the time you don't even need it. Like, I'm just quarter throttled at less than half everywhere. But look, I'm getting distracted. The environment in here is just awesome. So lucky this is close to home, eh? Phew. Alright, we'll head out of this forest and we'll just head over to the beach, grassy, check out the entry, see what it's like, and if it's doable, we'll jump on the sand and go for a bit of a run. Welcome to Grassy. Top little spot. Used to come here surfing a lot, just to get away from crowds. The local group here, always welcoming. Yeah, another little good spot to camp. But this is the access to the beach. So we'll go have a look. like I'm 57 and whizzing around on beach sand trying to keep the bike straight is at the very least tiring. So now it's the beginning of sand, the easy stuff. I've no idea what tyre pressure I got, but this stuff's the easy stuff. And then you get to the fun stuff. So you got two options with this sort of stuff. You can gun it and stay in that track, which takes far more skill. And like I said, I'm a pretty average rider. Then chicken running it, just pick a side bit, get into some of this other stuff. It's a lot better when the tide's out. Alright, there's plenty of water here. We'll go for a bit of a cruise up here. But yes, there's not much hard sand. Alright, let's do it. Third gear. So I'm in the pretty well, I want to say moderately hard stuff. It's tide's halfway in, and up there, that's where you want to test your sort of abilities to get up in that soft stuff. So I might do that on the way back. But yeah, gotta love the beach. Now we're into the proper stuff. So whether this steering dampener, they actually do anything, I don't know. Let's see if we can cross the lane. Yep, beautiful. So what are we doing? 40k an hour. Ploughing. Getting a bit wallowy. Now the fun bit. If you know you can't do it, just do that. Accept defeat. Don't touch the brakes. And just first gear, mate. And just plough. But you got to know. Yeah, I could have come off there 40, 50k an hour and face planted, or just pull the clutch in, lean back, go back to first and just save all the bullshit. Leave that to the experts. Well, that was a fun first ride. First chance, check out a few spots, chuck her in beach sand. We didn't go far, but that was far enough. So more or less my idea today was just get a feel for the bike. I've adjusted the clutch on the fly. I went back in there and just a couple of turns out, got it nice and sensitive. Got it back to how I like it, where you just, second you leave the grips, it starts to grab. So I got it back to that. Suspension, like I said the other day, I clicked it down. But yeah, now that's great. And to get on that beach sand, that's a pretty horrible access. Sure, you can ride on it. Yeah, if you got the skills, mate, go for it. Get on there at 30, 40k an hour. But if you haven't, you will face plant. You're virtually guaranteed to just eat sand. So yeah, let's just go easy when we just bought it. And just, yeah, get the feel of it. So once we got on there, got on the hard, medium hard stuff, fine. Soft stuff, perfect. 40k an hour, just floats. There's probably 30 pounds of pressure in them tyres, and you know, I just ride with what it is. But yeah, no, good. Great first day, great first impressions. I've done everything I'd do. I've done nearly 100 Ks now. Done everything I'd do on a normal adventure ride. You know, tracks, roads, highway, bit of beach sand if there is any. And it's just done it. Done it whether you want to be a hoon. If you want to go hard, fly around 70, 80, do it. But it's happy just putting around at 40 to 60, which is my normal thing. I will in later videos compare it to the DRZ, and I will compare it to the CRF450L, the Rally I should say. Having owned both those bikes, I've got a good insight into the difference between the two. Anyway, I'll compare the two in a bit of detail in another video, but for now, stoked that first 100 Ks of everything I'd normally do, I've just done it exactly the same, but faster, better suspension, and oh mate, you can't not say it looks good. It's a bloody good looking bike. But I have got a, my only gripe visually, see the tank? Big, ugly, opaque tank. So I've got a big sticker coming. I'll put that up on the screen. Should be here next week. So next time you see it, it's going to look a bit different. All right, cheers. Leave some comments, love reading your comments. Thumbs up, always good, helps with the old algorithm. And I will catch us on the next one. Cheers. Yeah, it's funny the whole ride when I was gibbering on about the bike, not once did I mention the oil changes. So Honda specify, recommend oil changes every 1,000 kilometers or 600 miles, which is extremely conservative. For, you know, I get it. Honda's trying to protect their reputation as being, you know, Honda reliability and everything, which is fine. But realistically, I spoke to so many people that have got these bikes, and the service of changing the oil at 2,000 to 3,000 Ks is completely normal. The oil comes out, still got rich thickness to it. So just an example, a mate of mine just changed his at 3, and he said it's come out, he used Motul, which is a red oil, and he said it still had plenty of red left in it at 3,000. So I used to change my DRZ oil at 4,000, recommendation was 6, and at 4,000, and it came out not looking like Pepsi, but it wasn't good, and that was the synthetic oil as well. So yeah, like what's the difference between 3 and 4? So realistically, cruising around like I do, giving a little bit here and there, and just generally just normal adventure riding, not actually racing or anything, 3,000 Ks would be completely normal. I'm going to change this at 2, and I'll pull out the oil and have a good look at it. And if it still looks great or good, I'll run it till 3. If it looks good at 3, I'll run it till 3.5. We'll just see how we go. But still early days. I thought I'd touch on that because it's a massive thing, and it turned me off buying these bikes back in the day when they first come out. Because this is the because this is the L. Now they've got the RL. But yeah, the service intervals just was, I just was not going to do that. But if I can do it at 3 comfortably and the oil's still good, yeah, there's not much difference to the DRZ. All right, that's a little rambling on that. Cheers.